What is going on, YouTubers? This is Mr. Angel T with a brand new video. Hope you guys like. By the way, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Thank you so much for coming to my video. Make sure you guys hit that like and sub for more videos. I'm going to be going through some crazy things today. But let's hit the intro. Alright guys, so today's video is all gonna be about the Snyder Cut Justice League spoiler review of the movie. And let me tell you, that version that you saw before, get about it. Watch this movie. You guys could take breaks in the middle. If you guys want to watch 2 hours and go back and watch the other 2 hours. It's a 4-hour movie and is literally very different from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love everything they have done. I love the characters. I love everything. One of my favorite characters in the DC Universe would be the Flash and Superman. I still disagree with how they portrayed Superman. Very different Superman than we're used to. But Man of Steel was good. He was really good in BVS. The whole story of BVS was kind of crazy, but other than that, Henry Cavill is a really good Superman. Man of Steel was good, but it wasn't the Batman we're used to, so we got used to it. We saw the other Justice League, whatever. This movie, okay, starting from the beginning, starts off with the ending of BVS when Superman got killed by Doomsday. And in that point of time, when he gets stabbed, he screams, ah, ah, and the voice echoes around the world. That's how powerful Superman is. His scream echoed. And that's how the movie starts, because he activates the mother box. And let me tell you how everything went from there. Introducing the characters that we yet have not wasn't introduced, because like in the other Justice League, the original Justice League that came out in 2017. Wow, 2017. The movie didn't really introduce us to Cyborg. Didn't really introduce us to Aquaman. That was one of the first times we saw him. Didn't introduce us to the Flash. We got a little glimpse of Wonder Woman in BVS, but they wasn't introduced. Like, if you're gonna make a movie of 6-7 different characters and you're not gonna introduce those characters, you're not gonna have a feeling for those characters. Kind of like, again, like Marvel did, introduce us to Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Avengers. Then gradually they put in Hawkeye, that they actually came out in Thor, and Black Widow, they came out in Iron Man. And we all knew about the Hulk because supposedly it's the same Hulk and the other Hulk, different actor. But we got to know those characters, and then they made a movie together. And this one was Man of Steel, no Batman movie, BVS. They introduced us to the Ben Affleck Batman, and then Justice League. It was like, what happened to the other characters? The way they introduced Flash, or kind of how his powers work and how they introduced this character, was way better, because he had his own character development. He's in a job interview with in a dog store. He wanted to be a dog walker because that's what he's trying to get. He sees Iris for the first time. Iris gets in the car. She gets into an accident. Car goes haywire. I know everybody's seen the clips. Goes in the air. He goes to the window with a touch, breaks the window. Actually, when he turns, his sneakers just broke because of the power of the Speed Force. His sneakers just broke. And he ran out. Everything in slow motion. Hot dogs in the air because the truck that hit hit a hot dog stand. So there was hot dogs in the air. There was Iris was in the air. She was like, and I don't know why, but in slow motion to the hot dog. He looked at the hot dog, grabbed the hot dog. He looked at Iris, fell in love with Iris. Put her arms together, grabbed her, and put her on the floor safely. So that was pretty cool. That scene was very good compared to we never even seen what the Flash could do or anything like that. So that was pretty cool, introducing Ezra Miller as Barry Allen as the Flash. The Cyborg story, they gave more Cyborg story than this one. Remember, Cyborg was made from the mother box, so he had a bigger story in this than the last one. And Ray Fisher, WB should fix what they need to fix with Ray Fisher and get this man a Cyborg movie. The character development of Cyborg, I believe, and I don't know, a lot of people saying it, is one of the best character developments in the movie. They gave more in-depth of him, or what was going on, how he became Cyborg. You know, he saw his mother died in the accident. His dad died, you know, or they could locate the mother box. He heated up the center and he disintegrated himself before Cyborg could find the mother box. He saw his mother die, he saw his father died, and the legacy continues as Cyborg. He's more, oh man, his story was just great. Then they show when he was in high school, well, not high school, college, and you know, he was playing a big game and he had big fights with his dad. So it was like that tension between him and his dad, but at the end his dad actually proved to him that he loved him. I'm telling you, his character development was one of the best. They had a little bit more Aquaman. Only thing that I would have to say in the whole Aquaman thing is that I didn't like how, like, when you saw the Aquaman movie, they could talk on the water. This one, they still kept the whole bubble to talk to Aquaman underwater. Like, that's the only way they could talk to if they had a bubble. In Aquaman movie, he was actually, like, they could actually talk on the water like normal. This one, they kept doing the bubble thing that kind of contradicts to, but you could see the difference between two directors and what they could do to the movie. I'm not taking it away, but that was one of the things that I actually said, you know, if you're gonna do a reshoot, you should have done that, and instead of doing the bubble, just, you know, CGI. So they could have just taken that and put him on the water and then go from there. You know, they could have done that. So that would have been a fix. That would have been one of the fixes that I would have loved to see in Justice League compared to the other movie. Batman, what I didn't like about the way they portrayed Batman in this one was because nobody really knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Even a lot of his own teammates doesn't know that he's Bruce Wayne. They should have had more Batman. He should have confronted Barry as Batman. I think that would have been a twist. Instead of Bruce Wayne, and then he's like, "Oh my God, you're Batman," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne. You know, what's your superpowers? I'm rich." That would have been cool if he would have introduced himself as Batman to let Barry know that he knows that Barry's the Flash. Well, the Barry runs fast, so there's the Flash. That would have been cool. Other than that, I mean, the meeting was fine, but I'm just saying that they didn't show too much Batman. It was more of Bruce Wayne, and like everybody knew that he was Bruce Wayne. That kind of like took out the mystery of what Batman is. Another thing that I have to say, what they brought back Superman, and that scene was pretty intense. Very different when they bring back Superman in this one than they brought back Superman in the other one. Very different. The scenes are very completely different. Cyborg had a flash of what things gonna happen. And that was pretty cool. But when they brought back Superman and they were fighting Superman, it was so this fight of everybody against Superman was intense, was really good. They took out the whole thing of the thing like bleed part. They took that out. It was actually beaming him with his freaking heat vision, and Batman was just like covering it. The only thing I did not like about that part was when he was standing there in the air just beaming him. Here come Lois Lane. It's like Clark, there was like two cops there. And it's like Clark, like, all right, those two cops know that he's Clark already, right? Because even Batman was talking like Clark, instead of calling him Superman, that would have probably been a point on like, hey, Superman, whatever. Because he kind of remembers Batman. He remembers that, I believe he remembers that he fought Batman at one point in time, and it wasn't BVS. But that part right there kind of like, they came running in, Clark, and then whatever that happens. Then he comes out with the black suit. That was pretty cool. Because if everybody don't know, the black suit, when in Death of Superman, he does wear the black suit. And the black suit is kind of like a sun absorber. Because he came back and he kind of lost his power, so the black suit kind of helps him absorb the light of the sun. If you guys don't know, that's pretty much Superman's power comes from the sun. And then he, like, the black suit came out, looked really good. Oh, and they fixed his mustache. Man, they fixed his mustache. That was awesome. I don't know if there was some old clips, but I know that the part that they talking to the kids are actually in question. That's when I think they cut that. They even cut that out. So I think that all the scenes that were done was already done in Zack Snyders, and he had him away. I think he was just adding, and I know he did a couple of reshoots that he needed to do. Not a lot. But you can see how much the movie was cut. We got introduced to Martian the Manhunter. That was a surprising way, the way they introduced him, because Lois Lane was in an apartment. Martha Kent comes to visit her, tells her, you should go back to Daily Planet. I know that Clark, blah blah. Kind of trying to inspire her to go back to work, because since Clark death, she hasn't been back to the Daily Planet. She has been like secluded and sad. So when she leaves, Martha's eyes started glowing red, and then she's like transforms into Martian the Manhunter, and then transforms back to the General from BVS or from Man of Steel. And that was like, oh shit, okay, that's the way you run Man the Manhunter. All right, that was pretty cool. That was a cool way of, very different, introducing Martian the Manhunter. That was pretty cool, and he looks pretty cool too. because he comes out at the end again, like one of the post credits. You know, Martian the Manhunter did come out and talk to, you know, Superman and say, hey, like everything with this movie, like the way it ended is like, yo, now you have to make part 2 because you can't leave us like this. You can't give us a taste of your food and it tastes so good and then just like not give me nothing. Like, I want to see the other Justice. I want to see Snyder cut. I want to see the Snyderverse. I can tell you the truth, man. I want to see the Snyderverse. Pay the man what you gotta pay the actors what they gotta pay, bring him back. He had an all out craziness going on with the Spider-Verse. It was pretty intense. The whole fighting scene with Steppenwolf, that was pretty cool. Very different from the last part. The way they showed Barry run, kind of always skeptical. It's kind of like he throws his hand, like the way he runs. Like, I don't know, kind of weird the way he runs. But they showed this one part that he's like running at super speed, like he has to pass light speed. And while he's running the Speed Force, and you see him putting the road together. That's, I'm telling you, that scene is pretty crazy. A lot of the Flash scenes were actually pretty awesome. Like, now I can't wait to see more of the Flash. I can't wait to see the Flash movie because they did really good with some of the effects of Flash. So that was pretty cool. And then the whole fight scene with Steppenwolf at the end and Superman came and whooped his ass. Very different fight. Very different fight from what you guys remembered. It was, oh man, the whole Superman fight with Steppenwolf was pretty good. And then at the end, yo, Wonder Woman came and decapitated Steppenwolf. And then his head went through this portal, and Darkseid was over there just looking at the Justice League like, y'all about to whoop your asses. And then he stepped on Steppenwolf's head through the portal, and the whole Justice League is looking at him like, yo, what? Well, we stopped your ass. And then he just looking at him like, yo. And then he turns around, like the portal closes, and then he looks at the guy, you know, his minion or whatever, his general. And he's like, prepare the chips. We about to do it the old-fashioned way. So he's about to invade Earth, like. And then the post-credit scene was already like a dream of Bruce, of the future that Darkseid came and took over. So they were like in a desert, like kind of Mad Max kind of. Destro was there, Mera was there, Cyborg was there, Flash with the new Flash suit he had on, and then you had the Joker, and him and Batman went back and forth. I'm not really like in love with Jared Leto Joker, but the little back and forth confirmed, and I'm so confirmed that Dick Grayson was the one Robin that he killed. That the Joker killed was actually Dick Grayson Robin. Confirmed from the movie. Maybe I'm mistaken. I mean, he did say the Boy Wonder, and the only one that is called Boy Wonder is Dick Grayson, and he killed him, man. So no Dick Grayson. I don't know if he's gonna take another Robin, but maybe Dick Grayson, maybe they changed the story of Red Hood and Dick Grayson is Red Hood, right? So that was pretty intense. It was actually worth the 4 hours. I can honestly say I watched the movie and I didn't feel like it was 4 hours. Like, I literally wanted more. I actually, it's a very different feeling. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's better than the Marvel universe, it's better than the Endgame. I know they're comic book movies, but it's two different feelings, because Endgame is Endgame. Endgame is Marvel. It's a different feeling that you got there, because it was more like you cried, and you know, you were more emotionally attached to the Marvel movies than you are to the Justice League movie. The Justice League movie was pure action. Didn't really have like any sad moments in the movie. Like it, you know, one of the saddest moments I will say was when Cyborg's mom and dad got killed or died in the movie. But it wasn't we wasn't emotional. We were with Marvel because with Marvel we were attached to these characters, as we wasn't really attached to all these characters because we really didn't know these characters. So there wasn't like, it was an enjoyable movie, and this is my opinion. It was an enjoyable movie. I still think Endgame and was better because I was emotionally attached to that. Big difference here. I was emotionally attached to the Marvel movies. Wasn't emotionally attached to the Justice League, but it was actually a great movie. I cannot take that away from the movie, but I'm emotionally attached to the Marvel movies because we see those characters that we've been dealing with them for 15-20 years. You know, Iron Man, Captain America, we deal with these characters for years. We develop a bond with these characters, and when we saw them, you know, do whatever they had to do and die, that was sad. With these characters was we saw a movie, they put them together, good DC movie, but it wasn't attached to other characters. Like, even though I've seen Wonder Woman and I've seen Wonder Woman 84 and I've seen Aquaman, I'm not attached to these characters as I am attached to Captain America. But regardless of that, the movie is good. I do recommend that you have to see it. It is 4 hours, but you have to see it. Like, it was really good. I give it 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, and I give it 10 stars. Make sure you guys watch it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hope you guys stayed for the full video. If you did, hit the like and sub, and I will see you guys next time. Again, this is Mr. Angel T YouTube channel. See you guys later. Peace.